Good morning, everybody. I hope you're well. Welcome to another video of mine. Yeah, I just thought I'd come on today and do a flip through of this journal. You've seen me working on it in my previous video and a video before that as well, so I thought it was about time I finished it. And I think it's finished. I've enjoyed working in it. It's a pretty journal, different from anything that I've made before. I'll just check that. Yeah. I'm going to just pull you down a little bit closer. Oops, sorry. Hopefully I didn't. Yeah. I hope the lighting's okay as well. So yeah, I just thought I'd take you through it. As I said, I don't know if it is finished. I think it is, but you know, there's always things that you can improve on. And if it doesn't, I'm going to put it up for sale. But if it doesn't sell, then I tend to go back to them and add more things. But you know, yeah, I thought it was ready to show you anyway. So I hope you like it. So as if you watched the other videos, as you know, I sort of wanted to make it into a purse style video, journal rather, and I was going to put a closure on here, and then I just wasn't sure. I tried all sorts of different things like buttons, and I thought about magnets, but the problem with the journal is that it's become large, chunkier and chunkier, and in doing so I think it makes it more difficult to, well, certainly magnets. I don't think magnets would work very well. But, you know, there are other options that I could explore. And I did quite like when I used the seam binding, I liked the bow on it. You know, I thought that was quite pretty. So decided to use that. So it has one signature here. And I used 3-hole pamphlet stitch and wax linen thread. So somebody asked me for the measurements previously, and you probably realise by now, well, you may not, but I never give measurements. I rarely do. In fact, I don't think I ever have before. That is a deliberate thing on my part. I don't know if it matters. It clearly does matter because other people do it, but it doesn't matter to me. Because, you know, I feel that, I guess it does matter because, you know, when I've bought books and I sometimes look at the sizes and decide whether I want a smaller book or a larger book. Anyway, I'll give you the sizes, and it's something that I'll bear in mind for my next videos. So I apologise if anybody has been frustrated by that. So this is 10 inches by 4.5. And as I said, it's got a one signature in it. So now when I open it, it's going to fly open like this. And that's why, yeah, why it's going to be difficult to use a closure. I mean, I could use elastic or something like that, but I don't want to you know, bend the paper or yeah, damage the paper in some way. So let's go into it. So as you know, I use tissue paper at the top, or I mentioned it in previous videos. I use tissue paper at the top. This is sari silk, and I used tissue paper at the bottom. It was just to decorate it, and at first I wasn't sure about it, but I quite like it now. I'm used to it and I quite like it. I've used layers of it. There's about 4 layers of tissue paper on there. And then this pretty paper I got from a craft shop, a local craft shop, which I really like. And I think it's gorgeous paper, and I only had 1 sheet, so but it's beautiful. Really love it. So there you go. Yeah, that's it for the cover. Again, just checking you in because I've moved you down. There we go. I think, yeah, I have to be careful. There's only a small margins. So I'm going to just pop that on there because that'll hold it open on that side. And yeah, so as you can see, I mean, I've used, in fact, I'll put that there. I've used quite muted toned papers in this, not so much bright, lots of pinks, lots of peaches, creams, things like that, and some blue. So I've put a pocket front and back using the same paper as this, and I quite like that. And then I backed the book with a parcel paper, and there's, I think I must have used a few layers because it's quite thick, and so I'm just wondering what I put in between. I can't remember. It's possible I just put a few layers, or a couple of layers rather, of backing paper in parcel paper in there. It's thick, but it's not, you know, really thick. It's just, yeah, it's got a nice, it's not flimsy, put it that way. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. And I made a journaling card, a pretty book page that I had from a vintage book, and yeah, put that in there. And I also put some vellum, pretty vellum paper. You could, whoever gets the book could use it for whatever they wanted to, but I think it goes really prettily with that, so that goes in there. Sorry, jumping up and down, I'm just trying to make sure that you can see. I added some pink broderie anglais along there. This was off a little dress that I cut the, you know, the lace off. So this is a page that I backed with tissue paper. If you saw the last video that I did, the making video, you would have seen me cover some pages like this. This was the first one that I did, I think, and I just liked it, so I did it again. I've added a little tab there with some really pretty floral fabric and an antique lace, and then a pocket here. So I can't remember where this pocket came from, well, where the, you know, the design came from. It may have come from Ruby and Pearl, but I'm not 100% sure about it, which is a shame, but I just can't remember. You know, it's one of those things. It's either a freebie off Facebook, or it's, you know, somebody off Facebook, or it's a Ruby and Pearl, because they're the only designers that I've used, I think, in here. And I made a journaling card, backed it with packing paper, and then yeah, I just used card, and then created a collage and put a fussy cut on, and then I've got this beautiful lace that I love. So I used a little snippet of that, and it has little, I don't know if you can see the sort of pearly sequins on there, so hopefully you can see that. Yeah, there you go. And then this is some nice quality music paper that I've had for quite a while, and it's lovely colour, lovely, I think it's vintage, but it could be antique, coloured paper. Ruby and Pearl design, which is gorgeous, and this gorgeous pocket. I mean, the lace is just stunning, love it. I didn't dye it, it came in this colour, and I love the colour as well, just gorgeous. I thought it went really well with the paper. And I made this tag, again, this is, I think this is Ruby and Pearl design, and then I added tissue paper onto a card, and then grunged it up with some ink, and then yeah, did that. So I really like that. I think it goes lovely, goes really well in there. Some tea dyed paper, and this, I made this little card a couple of months ago, I think, or a month ago, something like that, a few weeks ago anyway. I made a group of them, and I don't think I showed it on this YouTube videos, but yeah, I made a group of them. Really love them, love this paper, and I've used it again here. And then this is a Tim Holtz snippet, and yeah, you can write on there if you want to. You can take it off and move it around, so I like that a lot. This is a Ruby and Pearl design, and then this, I think that's Ruby and Pearl, I'm pretty sure it is, but I don't want to say for certain. And then this again is this paper came, this pretty floral paper came from the craft shop that I bought the other paper from, which I love. So it was sort of like a cardstock type paper. This is parchment paper here. Made a pocket with some fabric and a little fussy cut, sweet little bird on there, love that. And then I made a journaling card from a Ruby and Pearl design and a fussy cut flower. And this is a book page from a Reader's Digest. Love the colours of these lilies, gorgeous. So I'll pop that in. This is from a vintage book. I was keeping it for something, but I decided to use it in here. Yeah, I like that, and I've made it a tuck from it, but I haven't put anything in there. I'll just show you. There we go. Yeah, I haven't put anything in there. I've left it. I think it's the only one that I've left. Another tuck, and this one was made from the lace design book that I showed you. It's a vintage book. I showed it in a previous video, show and tell, and I loved it. So I photocopied it and yeah, just fussy cut around the design itself, made a tuck spot. And this is another page from the Reader's Digest. Gorgeous chrysanthemums, pretty pink. Love these tones, really nice. And I thought it looked nice in there. Again, this is on parchment paper. And then here, just put a little bit of detail fabric down there, just to finish off. Ruby and Pearl design, really nice. I have left it plain, haven't done anything to it. And then this is the paper that I did on camera with you guys a little while ago, and sorry, on the last video. Covered it with tissue. It was a white page, so I covered it with tissue. This is again, I did this on the same video, and it's in Eco Dye, and I just made a pocket from it, and I made a little tag. Ruby and Pearl, and some I forget what it's called now, tape, but I don't know. Well, washi tape. And this is just a hand-dyed fabric that I have very little bits of it left, so I made a little ribbon from it. I can't remember how I dyed it, but I think it was flowers. But yeah, I like that colour. It's got a peachy colour to it, which goes well. So you can see the theme of this book is pretty flowers, and it's just a pretty book, you know, I love it. I am a fan of pretty, even though I haven't made that many pretty books. I am a fan of it, love it. So some more vellum, printed vellum, and I got that in a pack from Hobbycraft, and I can't remember the designer's name, and I don't have the original packaging. So I got this and excuse me, a pack of just plain, you know, the paper but not vellum. So it was printed exactly the same, but it isn't vellum. So I like that a lot. And then this Ruby and Pearl design, you can write on here. As I said, there's lots of pages to write on, and you know, do some journaling on. So you could journal here and here, behind there. There's obviously tags and journaling cards that you could journal on as well. And I've tried to leave plenty of pages to journal on. This is tea dyed paper. I've used this in some other books of mine and I love it, so I keep using it. Love, love, love that image. Gorgeous. A little fussy cut on some grid paper, pretty roses, some note paper. This is another print from the book that I've got on lace designs. Oh, sorry about that if you can hear that. I hope they're not going to hang around. Sounds like somebody's digging. And then this is parchment paper. So, coffee dyed paper and a little tag, a little pocket made from an envelope, a seed envelope I think it is. Design on there, the little little snippet and some sari silk. And then this is just this is a tag that I made. So I had a fundraising event, an online one, and I offered some artwork to anybody who donated, and then so I gave them the pieces of art, and I also made them a pretty tag, everybody who donated, and so I've got this gorgeous little tag with some gold splatters and a real pressed flower, and that goes in there. And then this is Ruby and Pearl, some packaging paper. So you saw me create this on the last video with the dried pressed flower. I love the detailing in there. So yeah, I had a bit of problem with this recycled, let's call it acetate, and it just wouldn't lie flat, so I've used some pretty washi to hold it down. There's stamping on there as well, and it's backed tissue paper and also some handmade floral paper. And this is a Ruby and Pearl design. I love this, so pretty. This tuck is from Jibidniri Freebie. So if you go on her website, she has a set of an A4 sheet of postcard size prints. So I printed it off and then backed it onto card, and then I've made a tuck spot, and then I've used the same technique where I cover the page, a white page, with tissue paper, and this time it was pink, and then I made this really pretty tag, got embossing on it, some tulle, I don't know if you can see that, tulle, and then a nice little fussy cut, and then some tissue paper behind there. Love that purple in it. Obviously it's lilac, so, well, may not be obvious, but it is lilac, so it's quite apt because the lilac is abundant at the moment. And then I've got this lovely sari silk there, got some tracing paper, another pretty design by Ruby and Pearl, XO, and then I folded it over to create pockets, made 2 journaling cards. I think this is Ruby and Pearl, I think. This was a freebie, these labels were freebies. Apologise for that noise, it's very distracting. And so yeah, I made a journaling card there. That was a freebie off Facebook, one of the Facebook groups. I'll see if I can find the group that I get them from, because oh, and then there's tea-dyed paper behind, and that's another tag. And this again was a freebie from the Facebook group, I think. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, and I've just backed it again with tea-dyed paper. And this is the other side of the pink tissue paper, and a gorgeous design, Ruby and Pearl design. And again, a pocket. Oh, I thought that was a flip then. I tried to flip it open. Good job I realised. So this again is Ruby and Pearl. Gorgeous. I love, love, love this. just, you know, just gorgeous, love it. And I put more fussy cut on the back of there, fussy cut of those lace, that lace pattern. So and that goes in there. So this is a folded page of Ruby and Pearl design. Yep. More tea or coffee dyed pastel. Oh, it's coffee, I think. Beautiful Ruby and Pearl design pocket. I think this is Ruby and Pearl also. A gorgeous, gorgeous design, and then, or you know, image, and then backed onto card. Love that. More parchment paper with the design on there. Love these. And the other side of those, that's just a little pretty flip that you could do some journaling on or whatever, or move it if you don't like it there because it's on washi tape. So, the other side of that, chrysanthemum that I've used, coffee dyed paper. Oh, this is tea dyed, and then that's the other side of the Ruby and Pearl, so you could do some writing on there if you want to. The vellum, made a little pocket here, so it's wrapped around the Ruby and Pearl, part of a Ruby and Pearl design, and it's wrapped around. And then I made this beautiful little tag. I love this. I've used very soft tissue like paper to back it. It's got this gorgeous soft feel to it, and it's got leaves impressed into the it's hand, I think they call it handmade paper, but I don't think it is. I think it's machine made, but you know, it may be handmade, but yeah. And then I've just tied this pretty pink ribbon on as well, so that goes in there. And then this is a tiny pocket, so I made a tiny tag, long thin tag. Oh, anyway, that doesn't matter. It all adds to the age of it, I suppose. Could try and glue that down, but anyway, it's okay. You could still write on it sort of this way. Pretty tag, Ruby and Pearl. Oh, that I'm not sure that's not Ruby and Pearl, but that is. So that goes in there, and that's a Ruby and Pearl design, the other side of it. This is another tag that I made, and I put a butterfly on there and a little bit of twine. And then this is another one of those pockets, but this time I've done it a top loading tuck, and in here there's a vintage book. Actually, I think it's antique. Yeah, it is antique. So this is an antique book of poetry, so I added some poetry in there as well. Thought that was nice. So it goes in there. Oops, it's the wrong way around. There we go. And I added this just to keep it in. I think it will stay in actually because of this. I think originally I put it in, but I'll put it on anyway. I'll keep it there. This just I decided to add this because it came from here. It was the other side of this, and so I decided to add it to this page, and you can either make a pocket from it, or you know, whatever you want to tag, or something like that, whatever you'd like to do with it. More parchment paper, lovely blue design there from Ruby and Pearl. On the other side of that, rose paper at the front. More of this, and then here I've just created a little tab of papers. So there's handmade paper, my own handmade paper in the back there with seeds and flower petals, some tissue paper and some vellum. Excuse me. And yeah, and that's the back, and there's the other pocket with some more of that vellum. And that's it. So I hope you like it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah. Oh, if I forgot to say I hope you're well, and I do apologise because it's been on my mind to say it, and this is actually my second video. I did one and then I got interrupted, so I had to do it again. And yeah, so I hope you're all well, and I really appreciate you. I appreciate that you watch my videos, even when they're too long sometimes. And yeah, I'll be back. I may well stay in the cabin all day today. It's Saturday and it's a beautiful blue sky outside. The sun isn't shining on the cabin at the moment, so the light is a little bit dark, but hopefully that hasn't affected the video. Yeah, so I'd probably stay in the cabin and do some making, maybe do another video. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you like it. It will be up for sale in my Etsy shop, and I will list it in the description box as well, so that you can have first choice if you would like it. So I'll put it up on Etsy tomorrow probably, and so if you'd like it, then you can reach out, and yeah. So it is a pretty journal, and yeah, I like it. And I hope you do. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. So I'll leave that. Thank you very much, and all the best. Bye for now.